Today, we'll be discussing the benefits of walking to school. Many parents are concerned about traffic and safety, but studies show that walking can actually reduce congestion around schools. Some experts believe that by encouraging children to walk, we can improve their physical health and even their academic performance.
Experts believe that walking to school
Hi, excuse me, can you help me? I'm a little lost. I was sure the terminal for northbound trains was here, but I can't find it.
Oh, I'm sorry, but this is the South Terminal. Where are you headed?
I have a meeting in Hamilton in an hour, and they told me the train leaves in 30 minutes.
Hamilton, got it. Yes, you need to go to the other terminal, which is on the other side of the station.
Wow, I had no idea it was that far. I'm not from around here, so I'm pretty disoriented. Do you know how long it will take me to get there?
If you walk, it will probably take you about 20 minutes. But if you hurry, you could do it in 15.
Oh no, I don't think I have time to walk. Is there any faster way to get there?
What is the man's final destination? Where is the man currently located? Why is the man disoriented?
There are a few ways to get there, but the quickest option would be to take a taxi. It could get you to the North Terminal in about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the traffic at the time.
What about the internal train? Wouldn't that be cheaper?
It is definitely cheaper, yes. But keep in mind, it's slower. The internal train can take up to 20 minutes to cross the station, and you also have to factor in waiting time. It doesn't run as frequently as you might hope, especially if you're in a rush.
I see. Well, I only have 30 minutes before the train to Hamilton leaves, and my meeting is shortly after I arrive there, so I don't have much time to spare.
In that case, if you're in a hurry, I would strongly recommend the taxi. You could try the train if you want to save some money, but it's a bit risky with the limited time you have.
Do you think I'll be able to find a taxi quickly enough, though? I really can't afford to miss the train.
What does the woman suggest is the fastest way to get to the North Terminal? How much time does the man have before his train departs? What is the main advantage of the internal train according to the woman?
If you head over to the main exit, you'll see a line of taxis waiting right outside. They're usually pretty quick, so you shouldn't have any trouble finding one, even during busier times.
Perfect. I think I'll take your advice and get a taxi. I can't risk missing the train.
That's definitely the best choice if you're in a hurry. Just make sure to tell the driver to take the quickest route because traffic can get heavy around this time, especially during peak hours. You wouldn't want any unnecessary delays.
Thank you so much. Honestly, I was starting to panic a little, but now I feel a lot better knowing I have a plan.
No problem. I hope you make it to your meeting on time. Good luck.
Thanks a lot. Have a great day.
What does the man finally decide to do? How does the man feel at the end of the conversation?
Hey, Sarah. Long time no see. How have you been?
Hi, John. I've been good, just busy with work and the kids. What about you? How's everything going?
Pretty much the same here. I've been working from home lately, so I try to take short walks with Max whenever I can. Getting outside for a bit really helps me clear my head and feel refreshed. It helps to break the routine.
Oh, I totally understand. Working from home can be tough. It's hard to draw the line between work and personal time, right? Sometimes it feels like the two just blend together.
Exactly. Some days I feel like I'm glued to my computer all day. It's like I barely move from my desk. Anyway, it's nice to get some fresh air. How are Matt and the kids?
Matt is good. He's loving the park these days. As for the kids, they're back in school now, so things are finally getting a bit more manageable at home. It's nice to have a bit of a routine again, though it still gets a little hectic.
That must be a relief. Are you back to the office yet?
No, I'm still working remotely, and I kind of prefer it. The commute used to wear me out, and now I can spend more time with the kids. Plus, not having to rush out every morning makes things a lot less stressful.
That's great. I can see the appeal. But I do miss seeing my coworkers in person. It's not the same over Zoom. I miss the casual conversations and just being around people.
True, I miss the social aspect too, but being home has its perks. Plus, I save a lot of time and money not having to commute every day. I never realized just how much time I used to spend on the road until now.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess it's all about balance. Anyway, I should probably head home soon. Max looks like he's ready for a nap.
Same with Matt. It was nice catching up, John. Let's do this again soon. Maybe next time we can grab a coffee or something.
Definitely. See you around, Sarah.
What has John been doing lately? Why does Sarah prefer working remotely? What does John miss about working in the office? What does Sarah mention about her kids? What are both John and Sarah likely to do after their conversation? Hey, Emma, it's been a while. How's your garden coming along this year?
It's going really well, thanks for asking. I've been spending more time on it this year, trying out some new things. I've actually been planting more vegetables this season, and it's been quite rewarding. I just picked up some tomato and cucumber seeds yesterday at the local garden center.
That's awesome. I've always admired how you manage to grow so much. I've been thinking of starting a garden myself, but honestly, I have no idea where to begin. I've never really done it before, and I don't want to mess it up. Do you have any tips for a complete beginner like me?
Oh, for sure. It's not as hard as it seems. The key is to start small and simple. I'd recommend trying out some herbs first. They're easy to manage, and you can grow them in pots if you don't have much space. Basil and parsley are both great choices for beginners because they don't need too much attention, but they grow well.
That's really helpful advice. I've always wanted to have fresh herbs right in the kitchen, ready to pick when I'm cooking. How important is the soil? I've heard it can make or break a garden.
Oh, absolutely. Soil is crucial. You should definitely invest in a good quality soil mix, especially if you're planting in pots. It helps with drainage and gives the plants the nutrients they need to thrive. I'd also suggest adding some compost or organic matter if you can. It really boosts the growth.
Got it. I'll have to make sure I get the right soil mix then. By the way, do you have any plans for the weekend? I was thinking of checking out the farmer's market on Saturday. I've heard they have some good stuff for gardens there.
Funny you mention that. I'm actually planning to go to the market too. It's my go-to spot for organic produce and plants. They always have such a great selection of seeds, and sometimes you can find really unique varieties. Plus, the local farmers are always happy to give advice.
Wow, that sounds perfect. Maybe we could go together. I could definitely use your guidance on what to pick up, especially since I'm new to all this.
I'd love that. It'll be fun. I'll probably be looking for more seeds and maybe some compost for my garden. I've been wanting to try growing a few new things this season. And after the market, I'm planning to visit my sister for lunch. You're welcome to join us if you're free.
That sounds really nice, but I've actually got a family barbecue in the afternoon. It's been planned for a while now, so I can't miss it. Maybe another time though.
No worries at all. We'll still catch up at the market in the morning. I can give you some more gardening tips, and you can show me what you're thinking of buying.
That sounds perfect. I'm really excited to get started on my little herb garden. It'll be nice to finally have something growing at home. I'll definitely need your advice on which herbs to choose.
Don't worry, I've got plenty of ideas for you. We'll find something that fits your space and your cooking style. It's going to be great.
I can't wait. Thanks again for all the help, Emma. See you on Saturday at the market.
You're welcome, Jake. See you then.
What is the conversation mainly about? What kind of seeds did Emma recently buy? What does Emma suggest Jake should plant as a beginner? Why does Jake want to go to the farmer's market? What does Emma plan to do after visiting the farmer's market? What is Jake most likely to do after the conversation? In an effort to improve local traffic flow and reduce congestion, the city of Maplewood is considering replacing several major intersections with roundabouts. City officials met yesterday to discuss potential locations for the new roundabouts and to address concerns raised by local residents. The proposed sites include intersections near the city's main shopping district and areas with high accident rates. According to the city's traffic engineer, roundabouts have been shown to significantly reduce both the frequency and severity of accidents, especially those involving pedestrians. The engineer also pointed out that roundabouts keep traffic moving more efficiently compared to traditional stoplights, reducing delays during peak hours. However, not all residents are in favor of the changes. Some have raised concerns about the impact on businesses in the area, fearing that the construction work could disrupt foot traffic and reduce customer numbers. Others worry about the safety of cyclists, as the proposed roundabouts do not include dedicated bike lanes. A public consultation is scheduled for next week to give residents an opportunity to voice their opinions. City officials have emphasized that they are open to feedback and that any final decisions will take community input into account.
All right, team, let's get started. So, as we discussed last week, we need to come up with some ideas to increase customer engagement on our website. Any new thoughts?
I've been thinking about that. I noticed that a lot of our competitors are using social media influencers to promote their products. It seems to be working really well for them. Maybe we should try collaborating with a few influencers in our niche. It could give us a broader reach.
That's a good point, but I'm a bit concerned about the cost. Partnering with well-known influencers can get expensive. Do you think we have the budget for that?
We need to look into it. We might be able to start small, maybe with some micro-influencers. They tend to charge less, and their audiences are often more engaged.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. Micro influencers could be a good fit for our brand, and we wouldn't have to spend a fortune to get results.
Another idea I had was improving our email marketing. We haven't really updated our approach in a while, and I've read that targeted email campaigns can drive a lot of traffic. What if we try segmenting our customer list based on their purchase history?
That's a solid idea, Michael. I know a few tools that could help with that. Plus, we already have a decent amount of data to work with, so it shouldn't be too hard to implement.
I like the idea of segmentation, but I think we should also consider adding some personalization to the emails. People respond better when the content feels tailored to them.
Agreed. We could also /B test different subject lines to see which ones get the best open rates.
Sounds like we have two solid strategies on the table: influencer marketing and improving our email campaigns. Let's plan to dig deeper into both ideas and see which one fits our current goals best. I'll follow up with the finance team to see if we can allocate some budget for influencers. And Michael, can you look into the email tools?
Sure thing. I'll get on that.
And I'll start researching potential influencers we could work with. Let's regroup next week and discuss our findings.
Great. Let's aim to have everything ready by then.
Thank you for joining us today. We're here to discuss a project that has been the topic of much debate, the city's proposal to build a new public park in the downtown area. This project has generated considerable attention from various groups within the community, with differing viewpoints on whether it will ultimately benefit the city or potentially cause more issues. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore these perspectives in more detail to understand the arguments both for and against the park, as well as some neutral viewpoints. First, let's begin by hearing from those who are strongly in favor of the park. Proponents believe that a new green space in the heart of the city is long overdue. Downtown has seen significant business development over the years, with new offices, shops, and restaurants popping up. However, the same can't be said for open spaces dedicated to recreation and relaxation. Supporters argue that the park would fill this gap, offering a much-needed spot for families to gather, for joggers to run, and for workers to take a break from the urban hustle. Moreover, there's an environmental benefit as well. By planting more trees and introducing more green space, advocates believe the park could help improve air quality and reduce the city's overall carbon footprint, which has become a growing concern in recent years. One local resident, Mary Thompson, has been a vocal supporter of the project. She was recently interviewed about the proposal and had this to say: "Downtown has been so focused on business development that we've forgotten the importance of nature. There are very few places where people can go to unwind in a natural setting. This park would bring a sense of balance and make the city a healthier, more livable place for everyone." Thompson's comments reflect a sentiment shared by many who view the park as a crucial step in creating a more sustainable and pleasant urban environment. However, not everyone is so enthusiastic about the park's construction. Many business owners, especially those located near the proposed site, have voiced concerns about the potential disruption that could occur during the construction phase. For small businesses already struggling to recover from recent roadworks and economic challenges, this new project could add another layer of difficulty. John Peterson, who owns a coffee shop just a few blocks from where the park would be built, shared his worries. "We've already had several roadworks projects that have significantly hurt our foot traffic over the past couple of years. Adding a year-long construction project right in front of my store could be devastating for small businesses like mine. It's hard enough to get by as it is." Finally, there's a third group of residents who remain somewhat neutral on the issue, but are focused on ensuring that the park is thoughtfully planned. These residents don't necessarily oppose the park, but they emphasize the importance of long-term planning and responsible budgeting. Lisa Rivera, a city council member, falls into this category. She sees the potential benefits of the park but is concerned about the long-term costs associated with maintaining it. In a recent city council meeting, Rivera explained, "We need to make sure the park is well funded, not just for its construction, but for ongoing upkeep and maintenance. It's not enough to build the park. We have to ensure it remains a safe and pleasant place for years to come." Rivera also pointed out that many of the city's existing parks are underfunded and poorly maintained. Without proper planning, she fears this new park could suffer the same fate. In summary, the proposal for a new public park in downtown Maplewood has sparked a range of reactions. Some view it as a positive development that would enhance the city's quality of life by providing green space and improving air quality. On the other hand, local business owners are worried about the potential impact on their livelihoods during the construction phase. Meanwhile, voices like Lisa Rivera's call for a more cautious approach, stressing the need for careful planning and adequate long-term funding. As the city moves forward with this proposal, it will need to balance these different perspectives to make a decision that benefits the entire community.